Donald Trump was awarded the FIFA Peace Prize at the World Cup draw. If you don't know what the FIFA Peace Prize is, that's okay. No one knew what it was a few months ago because it didn't exist. It's entirely made up by the FIFA president Gianni Infantino to suck up to Trump. For context, in case you aren't following along with all this nonsense, Trump wants the Nobel Peace Prize. He didn't get it for obvious reasons, so he has to settle for whatever the FIFA Peace Prize is. How much do you want to bet? The same people who complain about participation trophies are the ones supporting this bullshit. Greg Gutfeld on Fox News was talking about it, and when his co-host said that it was created for Trump, this is his response was. Listen to this. He said, quote, "So what's your beef with this? So, what's your point? Do you wish that it went to Amnesty International or to Greenpeace? By the way, let me ask you this. Who deserves a Peace Prize? Who deserves a Peace Prize? You started it with me, you started it with me, you started it with me." He's going around the world basically brokering peace. So why shouldn't he get a Peace Prize? Not that I really care. This is just fun. Why do you hate President Trump? So let me get this straight. He goes on a minute-long tirade against his co-host, asking her a bunch of questions, interrupting her, never giving her an opportunity to answer. He points the finger, saying she started it. He badmouths actual peacekeeping organizations like Amnesty International and Greenpeace in defense of a warmonger. And then he claims not to care. For someone who doesn't care about it, he sure spends a lot of time passionately defending it. Of course, he's just a liar. No one becomes a prominent figure on Fox News unless they're willing to lie through their teeth. Now, I wish I didn't care what trophy some sports organization handed out or who they gave it to. For most of my life, I wouldn't have cared. But unfortunately, things are stupid now, and things that didn't matter back in the day now matter a great deal. Giving Trump this made-up award is just ridiculous. It's corrupt. It's insidious. It's so pathetic. Donald Trump is damn near 80 years old, but he needs people to tell him what a good job he's doing like a little kid. Like, "Oh, I know you didn't win the Nobel Prize, Donnie, but don't worry. We made one just for you because you're a special little boy." This is the President of the United States, for God's sake. What does it say about the state of this country that our so-called leader can be so easily swayed as long as you flatter him? Just pat him on the head like a dog and he'll do whatever you want. Infantino and FIFA didn't just make the award up out of the goodness of their hearts either. What are they getting out of this? There's no way one of the most corrupt organizations on earth makes up an award for one of the most corrupt men alive today without something shady happening behind the scenes. Someone's getting paid. Mark my words. We'll find out about it months or years from now, probably when everyone involved is dead or the statute of limitations is passed on whatever laws they broke. There is no limit to the corruption of Donald Trump or FIFA. Whatever limits or red lines you may have when it comes to taking gifts or corruption or anything else, you can forget about it when talking about them. They are shameless. Their greed knows no bounds. They will lie, cheat, and steal from everyone, if it meant getting their names in the paper. I swear to God, they'd kill their own family if it meant making $1. I know that might sound extreme, but these are extremists, honestly. As I said, their greed knows no bounds. There's another point I wanted to make. It isn't exactly related to what I was just talking about, but it's close enough in the grand scheme of things. I think Republican men, by and large, consider themselves to be strong, tough, and manly. Now, the ones I've met aren't really any of those things, but I think that's generally how they see themselves anyway. And I found that conservatives are almost always hierarchical in nature. It's part of the reason why they're drawn to authoritarianism and religion. It's why they're so obsessed with the military. At the top of the current hierarchy is Donald Trump. Okay, they put him on a pedestal as the strongest, toughest, smartest, manliest among them. I know it sounds ridiculous to an outsider, but I swear to God, these people are convinced it's the truth. I think this is one big reason why Trump goes to football games and WWE wrestling matches. Probably what draws him to FIFA. He wants people to think he's some alpha male macho man. He wants to convince certain classes of men, like the machismo freak wannabes like Andrew Tate, or the incel 4chan weirdos, or even just regular old fat balding men sitting on the couch wishing their life was better than it was. I think Trump wants to convince them all that he is their ideal man. He's the standard they should live up to. He's the pinnacle of manhood and all that bullshit. And the people who are easily susceptible to that kind of messaging eat it up. They look at him and they hear him loud and clear, and they don't question a damn thing. But of course, it's all just an act. You know, Trump's not tough. He's not strong. He's not a sex symbol that women adore. He's none of those things. The second you pull back the curtain, he's revealed to be weak, shrieking crybaby who throws a fit when he doesn't get his way. He's petty, he's thin-skinned, he's a child. He's a little baby who needs to be handled with kid gloves. He changes his mind from day to day, hour to hour, because he has no guiding principles. He listens to whoever talks to him last, or whoever gives him the shiniest toy. Last week it was a Rolex and a gold bar from Switzerland, and this week it's a fake Peace Prize from FIFA. Republicans consider this tough. They think this is what a strong leader looks like. Their top dog is just a little bitch, and I've wondered from time to time if Republicans are really blind to it all, if they know Trump's weak and incompetent, just go along with it because they're nasty people who want to use Trump as their vehicle to make the world a worse place. I don't know. I think that describes a large chunk of Republicans today. Republican voters want to stick it to the Democrats even if it means the whole country suffers. And Trump is their weapon of choice because he's a psycho masochist who likes inflicting pain on everybody. Republican lawmakers, they know Trump's easy to take advantage of. So they defend him and get him on their side so he can do their bidding. They're just manipulating him to grow their own power. And this is the state of the country. This is the state of the country right now. Little crybaby bitch Donald Trump is being used by voters and lawmakers, and he's too stupid to realize it. I know I'm not treading any new ground by saying these things. There's a lot of people out there who feel the same way. I think. It still feels good to get it off my chest. So I'm going to ask you all 6 of you that are listening to this probably, do you feel the same way? I know I can't be alone. I keep telling myself that there's no way I'm the only one who sees all the stupid shit around us. So let me know.